It's us, the Blind Cruisers. Brandon, you gonna say anything? Brandon's gonna be shy tonight.
Bryson, you gonna say hi?
Hi.
And
we are back to tell you about another one of our adventures.
And today it is about MSC Seaside,
which we took in
July
of 2019.
Yes, and we actually, American Airlines had a direct flight from Greensboro to Miami. So we took that evening flight and we stayed at the same hotel, the Crown Plaza Airport, Miami, which seemed to work out for us. And then the next morning we took an Uber to the port. And of course, in advance, since we booked this one on our own, we had our special needs forms all filled out. And I was the sneaky one and had a few surprises for the kids and Melody. If you don't know about MSC, they have different tiers that you can book into. There's the Bella and Aria and Fantastica, or the Yacht Club. And at the time, MSC had a really good sale with kids sail for free. So basically, for a family of 4, I only paid for Melody and I to have a balcony cabin in the Yacht Club. So the kids and Melody didn't have anything to know about this. So when we pulled up to the port, to the terminal for MSC, I showed the gentleman our paperwork saying Yacht Club. Then they walked us over to the outside of the port area, check-in area. They verified our paperwork. Right there was a butler that walked us straight away into the terminal, into the little area just for Yacht Club members, which is very nice. We checked in right there at that Yacht Club counter. They informed us that one of our stops, San Juan, we couldn't go to because of the political unrest in summer of 2019. But, we're flexible. We go with the flow. Okay, another sea day. About this time, it really starts to get to Melody about the Yacht Club. What's the Yacht Club? What does this all entail? And I'm like, it's a surprise.
Yeah, wait. At the time, I kind of caught on to it.
Yes, right from the check-in desk, they were giving the kids non-alcoholic drinks and like champagne glasses, and they were offering us champagne and, do you want to stay in here and have a few snacks, or do you want to board the ship? And of course, we're the eager ones. Let's go board the ship. Mm-hmm. So we met another butler who personally escorted us to the Yacht Club. Mm-hmm. And
was it Renee?
It was not Renee.
No, we didn't meet him yet.
But at the check-in desk at the terminal, we were given the MSC, for me, wristbands.
And I think that is a much easier way than trying to keep up with an ID card.
Yes, it was wonderful. Those were wonderful. I wish more cruise lines would have that type of technology and use it. All you had to do was swipe your hand or wrist by the door. That the door opened. You made any purchases, they swiped your wristband.
And they were waterproof, so you could wear them in the pool.
Yes, anything you could do, you would wear it in any situation.
Mm-hmm. And they gave the kids ones that were linked to ours, so like if there was an emergency at the kids club, they knew who the kids belonged to.
So then we get escorted to the Yacht Club. We meet the head chef for the Yacht Club, the maitre d' for the Yacht Club.
They have their own restaurant.
Their own dining area. They offer us a lunch, pretty extensive. Then they say, okay, what would you like to drink? And of course the kids wanted their sodas. And They offered it anything you wanted. They were there to get it for you.
And they just about catered to Bryson and Brenna's appetites. Brenna didn't want what was on the menu one night. She wanted a hot dog. And she wanted it without a bun and with ketchup. And they did it. And they cut it up for her too. And keep in mind, Brenna was only 4 at the time.
So, of course, when you board the ship early, your room is not necessarily ready for you. But in the Yacht Club Topsail Lounge, they had, after we ate some lunch, had some snacks out.
Oh yeah, the lounge. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they had the snacks out so the kids could snack on some candies and cookies and brownies.
And they had some good drinks.
And all that stuff. And then as soon as our room was ready, we didn't just meet our cabin steward. Our butler came to us and said, would you guys like to go to your room? And of course, Melody not seeing, she just thought it was someone else. And he goes, no, my name is Renee. I am going to be your butler. I am here to assist you for the next week. Don't worry about what it is. I got you. I got you taken care of. I have an assistant butler. Her name is Gloria. We are your 2 points of contacts.
And they even said that they would take the kids to and from the kids club when we wanted to, if we didn't want to take them ourselves. And I was like, well, the first time I want to go, I want to see what the kids club is like. And it was amazing.
So, kids, do you remember what was special about their kids club?
What was their theme?
Legos.
Legos.
That's actually a Lego ball pit.
Yeah.
You had a Lego ball pit? Yeah. No fair.
Yeah.
So Brenna was in the little kids side, and Bryson actually was on the bigger kids side. So Bryson, tell them about the bigger kids side.
I think it was, they had like a row of PS4s that you could play different games on. Most of the time when we were able to play on it, I played Minecraft. But besides that,
What activities did you guys do?
we went to do, I think, soccer on near the top of the ship until like somebody got hurt basically instantly, and then we went back down. We had a few Lego things.
Did you do a talent show?
Yeah, we did a talent
And
show.
what did Brenna talk you into doing?
Singing, what's it called?
Moana?
Yeah.
A song from Moana for the talent show, huh?
Mhm.
And Brenna danced.
Mhm.
So as you can tell, MSC Kids Club are very active with the kids.
Oh, wait. We for me we actually one of the days we took a piece of paper and we put on this machine, and then we told them what colors we wanted, and then they put like the thing on there, and then they activated the machine and they spin the paper around and also put on the colors.
Oh, that's cool. They came back with so many art projects, and they won so many games. They brought home all kinds of games that you can actually buy in the gift shop, but they won them. So, Brenna did really well. They did let her, if she wasn't feeling comfortable, they would let Bryson go and comfort her, which I thought was wonderful.
Kind of keep me there for the rest of the time.
But this was our very first time on a cruise with a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
once,
was a disability room,
yes.
so it was actually built for somebody in a wheelchair. So it was like twice as big as a regular balcony, but it was great. And if you are on a have to be in a wheelchair, then they do have really nice accessible rooms. The only thing that I did not like that was not accessible was, at the time, I don't know if it's changed yet because we have not gone back on MSC yet to find out. But at the time, their phones in their cabins were touch pads, which means I could not use it. And halfway through the week, we talked to the cruise director, and he said, "I wish you would have told me that at the beginning, because then I would have gotten you a cab. What was it? A crew phone?
Yeah.
A crew phone, so I could communicate." And he said, "Next time you come on, let them know, and they'll do that." And I said, "Well, thank you, but I mean, MSC was up in between MSC and Glory. I like the MSC a lot better."
It was way easier to navigate.
And the funny part was we hardly went on other parts of the ship, so we can't really tell you what. Except we went to the theater. That's
we
about
did
the
the theater
only.
a lot, and we did a lot of the shopping.
We
The
did
only
do the
thing-
shopping,
The only thing that we didn't do was
like
per
the
se.
games.
No, we did the games and some of the trivias,
Okay.
but we didn't do the per se main dining rooms.
Yeah.
We went to the other bars and lounges, in the shops.
And I did do an arts and craft project, which they let me bring back to my room because I wasn't done yet, but which was interesting. It was fun, and we tried to actually go to somewhere by ourselves, and
Oh.
Mr.
Okay.
Renee was in another room, and he hears us coming down the hallway, and after we pass, he comes out and he goes, "Mr. and Mrs. Inglesby, where do you think you're going?" And we're like, "We're just trying to get to the theater." And he's like, "Well, wait a minute and I will take you." And we're like, "We got it." So, I mean, once we learn how to get somewhere.
Oh, I remember something else from the kids club.
What,
What's
Pumpkin?
that?
One of the days what was it?
Didn't y'all go to the water park?
No, not the water park. The other thing, with the laser.
The laser tag?
No, not laser tag. Where you sat in the seat and you
Oh,
had
the
the gun.
virtual.
And yeah.
The virtual driving.
But we didn't do that with the.
No.
No.
It was the virtual thing where you shoot.
Yeah, it was the 4D virtual thing in the bowling alley center.
Oh, okay.
But in the kids club we did the Wild Waste.
Okay.
Robot.
And I think the first day that they got on the ship, Daddy took the kids to the arcade, and they actually did. There was a 3D simulator,
4D.
driving simulator that they did, and I think I had laid down because I wasn't feeling too well. The first day or so on the ship, I do get seasick, so at least it's a sea day.
But in the yacht club, your mini bar is fully stocked. And they tell you it's already included.
Mm-hmm.
Drink what you want, eat what you want. We will replenish it,
Every night or
Every
every
day.
day. Yep.
and they
And
At
they
the
figure out
time,
what we liked and
didn't
what
they?
we didn't like.
they figure out what you like and you dislike. And I'm talking, they put in a vodka, they put in a gin, they put in a bourbon or a whiskey. And it's not the generic
Mhm.
brands, it's the high-end brands.
And for the kids, they'll find out what kind of sodas you allow your children to have, and they'll stock the fridge with those sodas. They'll also give you fruit bowls because my kids are fruit flies. And so every day they were refilling the fruit bowl. And I think Brenda went through 5 pounds of grapes by the end of the week. So,
But they tell you.
oh, and the balcony was gorgeous. And like I said, it was a balcony made for a disabled person in a wheelchair, so it was much bigger than normal balconies. And it actually had lounges like you see by the pool. They had 2 of those, and there was still room to walk around. I think it was
one
in the
thing.
corner.
One thing. If you're in the yacht club and you have a balcony, don't look down. I almost threw up it when I looked down over the edge.
We were high
We
up
were
there.
on the
we're
17th.
Deck 18.
We were deck 18, and I think the yacht club was deck 17 and 18.
16 and 18.
Yeah,
Because
because they
in
have
Italy-
no 17.
That's right. In Italy, they believe 17 is an unlucky
Unlucky.
number. Like some people believe here, 13 is an unlucky number.
Now the
Japan,
nice.
unlucky number 4.
Okay. The nice thing about the yacht club is if you have an issue with your room or issue with anything, you don't have to go all the way down to main customer service. They actually have their own customer service counter right when you come into the yacht club. You have to be able, the only way you can go into the yacht club is if you're a guest of somebody or if you have the yacht club pass on your wristband, and you have to scan it for the door to open. And I want to make a shout out to, what was her name?
Miss Trish.
Miss Trish. She was one of the best customer service representatives I have ever met. She went above and beyond to help people.
So, if you don't know, yacht club is that whole ship within a ship concept, and some people love it, some people hate it because they say they're cruising, they want to be a part of it. You can do as much as you want to do in the regular part of the ship, or as little.
Yeah.
And in the yacht club, they have their own swimming pool, they have their own hot tubs, they have their own little bar and grill.
And I'm pretty
next
sure
to
the one in the
pool.
yacht club wasn't salt. The pool wasn't salt water.
No. But remember when we went over to the one that was in the main part of the ship? The kids club? Not the kids club, between the kids club and where we were. And with the double slides, the racing slides. So Bryson and I did the racing slides. I tried to do the zip lining, but at the last minute they told me they were not going to allow me to do that. But then Brenna and I went on the little kids water slide, and Brenda didn't tell me that there's 2 slides, and so somehow I got stuck in the middle of the slide.
And she couldn't get out.
And when I got down to the bottom, the lifeguard comes over and goes, "Ma'am, do you know you just slid down the middle of the slides?" I said, "No, I'm blind." He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." But they have a really nice splash pad area for the little ones, so you don't have to go take them to the pool. I've never seen a splash pad as nice as theirs.
And it wasn't dirty. It's also the only splash pad I've ever seen that's not dirty.
So in the yacht club, like I was saying, for breakfast and for lunch, they have a grill up there by the pool and the hot tubs. So you could have your breakfast and lunch outside, and they have fresh, cooked to order, your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your chicken, your fresh pasta, and depending upon how many people are in the yacht club, that, you know, if it's a lot of adults and less kids, they'll have the grilled shrimp and the grilled salmon and crab and all of that seafood stuff that you seafood lovers love.
He can't eat.
He's allergic.
But do you remember about any of the excursions that
Yes.
we did in? I know you wanted to talk about St. Thomas.
St. Thomas, the MSC had an accessible for disabled people excursion to go to
the
mountaintop for shopping and
AJ had
views.
his first.
Not first, but a very delicious banana daiquiri. And
It was pretty good.
very beautiful
Scenery. Oh my gosh.
scenery.
They described it to me, and I could just see it in my head. It was just gorgeous.
We also went on the glass bridge.
That was
Yes.
in
No, that's on the.
Oh yeah, the glass bridge is on the. They have a
Seaside.
glass bridge where you can walk over and look down, and you're looking down like, what, 10 floors?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But this was before the MSC private island.
Mm-hmm.
So we skipped San Juan. So this is Eastern Caribbean.
Yep.
We skipped San Juan.
We went
Went
to
to
St.
St. Thomas. Then we met the shopping individuals. Was a husband and wife team.
Mm-hmm.
And in St. Martin, they were willing to walk with us to the shops in the port.
Mm-hmm.
So Melody and I could at least experience a little bit of St. Martin.
And I got a sleep bracelet, which, if you've ever been on a cruise and you've been to the shopping shows, they talk about the Philip Stein sleep bracelet, how wonderful it is. Trust me, I suffer from non-24, which is a sleep disorder that blind people have, and it works.
She still has it to this
I
day.
use it every night. It works.
And then,
We also got our 10-year anniversary ring, didn't we? Yeah,
yes, but
Yep.
then
that was in St.
our
Martin.
last stop was at Nassau,
Nassau.
Bahamas. And you
And the
kids
kids
remember
got
what
to
we did?
go with us on that.
Do you remember the glass bottomed boat?
And you guys feeding the fish?
And the captain of the boat gave you guys
Tell
some
them about
extra
what
bread?
you saw on the fish, with the fish. What did you guys see?
Remember the nori fish from...
Did you find Dory?
Yeah.
How many Dories did you find?
What?
4?
One.
One?
And there was. He said that there was only one. No. There was some that looked like it, but there was an extra color on the fin.
Oh, you guys got to see a lot of pretty fishes, huh?
And when what
I saw a
happened,
shark.
What
We saw
happened?
sharks.
What happened when you threw the bread in the water or over the water?
Then
They
the fish jumped, huh?
rushed to it. I even saw a few fight.
They were flying, huh?
Yeah.
Flying fish.
And that's something when I started skipping on the water.
Yeah. And when we got back to town, they didn't take us back to the port. They dropped us off further up, and we had to walk. But luckily, we had spoken to a tourism person
Tourist?
for Nassau, and she said that she would meet the boat and she would walk with us back to the port because we were able to walk through part of downtown and go through some of the shops. And what did you guys find in the shop? Do you remember?
Stuffies.
Stuffies. What kind of stuffies?
I got a blue shark.
And what does it say on his body?
Nassau.
Nassau. What did you get?
You don't remember?
A yellow mermaid.
A mermaid.
And
So-
we begged mommy to get it for us.
Yeah, I was like, you don't need any more stuffies, but then I gave in.
Those were our port days.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
And
What?
yes,
Wait.
Bryson.
which part was it that I got lost?
No, we're not gonna.
We're not going to talk about that.
What? I want to talk about.
All right, let's quickly say in most of the ports, they have 2 gangways down,
Mm-hmm.
and one is for everyone, and then they have an exclusive one
For the yacht
for the
club.
yacht club and the top tier of MSC's loyalty program.
Mm-hmm.
So, the lady walked us up to the ship, took us to the regular one. Well, Bryson knew because that was our last stop of the cruise to go to the yacht club one.
Mm-hmm.
So, we somewhat got separated from Bryson, but they scanned his wristband and they knew he was supposed to be there, so they kept him there with them with one security representative.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they realized we scanned in at the other location,
They brought him over.
they brought him over to us.
Yep.
So that's another good thing of the wristband is they just have all of that access. And Bryson wasn't upset or scared. He knew his cabin number. He knew to say Renee's name, and they knew Renee was assigned to us as our butler. So it might have scared Mommy a little bit more than it scared Bryson and I and
But
Brenna.
everything worked out.
But everything
and
worked out. Nobody was hurt.
I still think that was one of our best cruises that we have gone on.
And like I said at the beginning,
She got boo-boo.
Okay.
like I said at the beginning, in the yacht club you have your own executive chef and maitre d'. So one night Melody said, I really would like to have crab cakes. So the maitre d' came around and Melody went to use the restroom. He goes, "Is everything good?" I said, "Dinner was great again as always." He goes, "Is there anything that we could possibly do?" I said, "Well, Melody just happened to mention that she would like to have crab cakes one night. Is that possible?"
And
He goes, "Well, I don't know. I'll have to talk to the chef." And then I happened to
a few nights later.
meet the chef when I was walking around. And I said, "Did you get the message from the maitre d' about the crab cake request?" He goes, "Oh, yeah. I got a surprise tomorrow night, so don't say nothing to no one." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right."
And this little girl ate 3.5 of them. And they were good sized crab cakes. all by herself.
They're like the size of. They're like
They're
bigger
about the
than
size
a
of a
ram.
saucer. They're about the size of a saucer.
So, and that was an appetizer.
That was an appetizer.
And then
yes.
the maitre d' comes to me when we left that night and said, "Your wife had a very good instinct because that was our most popular request for appetizers tonight for in the yacht club dining room for dinner."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Well, okay, well, thank you guys for accommodating that." And they go, "That's what we're here for."
And I think one more thing that I thought was amazing was on formal night, they were taking pictures on the glass stairs, or they called them the crystal stairs. And these are the main set of stairs in the middle of the ship, and they're lit up from the bottom. And I know I can't see, but like I said, people describe things to me, I can see it in my head. And so we went and we did some really nice pictures. We had some really nice pictures. And then in the yacht club, they have a similar set of stairs, right? Going down
Yes.
to the next
Wait.
floor.
We have one with the captain on the fridge.
I think we did. I think that was from MSC.
Mimi, go get it.
Go quickly, because we're about to wrap up.
Zoom! We haven't covered those things yet.
Please, Rebecca, we said before, Bryson and Brandon both have some ADHD, so when things pop in their head,
It's gonna pop. Do you remember the captain's name?
No.
no.
I don't either. But this is the picture of our family, and I don't remember if we were standing on the glass stairs or if that was just in the area.
It was in the area.
It was in the area. But we did have a really nice picture. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in the house of us on the glass stairs.
So Bryson, is there anything else you want to
Yeah.
talk about?
Final
I
thought.
want to show them my mommy.
You need to sit up.
I want to show them my mommy.
But we need to say goodbye for tonight.
Wait.
What did you guys say, Bryson?
One of the things that when me and Daddy went down to the shooting area, like the shooting 3D
The
area.
arcade.
Yeah, the arcade. And we went to like the like 3D like shooting game. Renee, when me and Daddy picked the Godzilla one.
Oh yeah, didn't he play
And
with you?
yeah, and Renee surprised us, and he joined us.
Yeah, he helped them.
And some people might say, "Oh, there's too many languages on board." Well, the shows back then on MSC Seaside in 2019, they had a Michael Jackson impersonator,
Mm-hmm.
Peter Punk, which was their spin on Peter Pan.
Which was really cool. 'Cause
Then they had a
Peter Pan was a
Canadian.
dinosaur.
They had a Canadian comedy group
Oh yeah.
called Beer Pong
They were
or
awesome.
Beer Prov. I'm sorry.
Beer Prov, yeah.
So they
We
had
did see some shows.
kids friendly.
Yep.
And adult only
Which I went
shows.
to those.
for Beer Prov.
Yep.
So it's improv comedy with them drinking beer. So hence
It
the
got
title.
kind of interesting.
It can kind of get interesting, especially when you got a blind woman here screaming out,
Guide dog!
And
They took
Canadians
the idea
like,
of
what?
what's a guide dog?
what's the guide dog? And you're like, the dog that helps a blind person. And they're like, oh, okay.
So they made the guide dog learn how to, I forgot what it was. Imitate a panda bear, I think it was, something like that. But, no, the guy was trying to teach the dog something, and the lady goes, "How was your day at work?" He goes, "That blasted guide dog won't do nothing."
So
But it was funny, and like I said, I think that was one of the best cruises that we've been on.
and the yacht club has its own room service menu.
It also has its own area to sit in the theater. It's up higher, so if you do have a disability, you are still able to go down closer to the front to be able to see.
I was actually picked for one of the things.
But you couldn't get down the stairs fast enough, and then they picked somebody else, which I thought kind of sucked.
It is what it is.
But they had a time crunch, and we couldn't figure out how to get down the steps
Fast enough. I was like, I was so close to the bottom,
It's alright.
and they set me back up.
But it's okay.
It's okay. That's why we're gonna have more cruises,
Yep.
right?
And
Brenna,
we're going to go back on MSC as soon as possible.
Brenna, do you remember how many more days until we fly down to Miami?
32.
33 days.
33 days.
This
Until...
day's almost over.
Oh,
Today's
okay.
almost over, okay? So, if you're interested in MSC, try it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have an elevated experience without being overly charged like some other cruise lines will get you at,
Mm-hmm.
try the Yacht Club. It's amazing. The wristbands, they keep track of what particular liquor you had in your drink.
Oh, yeah. The waitress knows exactly what you've drinking.
Yes,
It
and what
comes
type
up
of
on
liquors
on her little
on
pad.
tablet.
Oh, yeah, we did do the trivia games. I
We
remember
did.
that now.
Now, yes.
That's when we kept getting that nice waitress that
So,
knew exactly what you wanted to drink.
just in a quick last minute thing, is we do want to say,
Oh, the kids did do the MSC parade.
yes, that's
What was our favorite thing?
What was your favorite thing, Bryson? What was your favorite thing?
I think
The game with Renee and Daddy.
The game with Renee and Daddy. Brenda, what was your favorite thing about MSC?
The Lego ball pit.
The Lego ball pit. Daddy, what was your favorite thing?
really liked the ship within a ship concept because they were very accommodating to our needs and wanting to make us happy and willing to help us. And it was just a great cruise. Because like I was saying about the room service, you get a big pizza the way you wanted it and other items. And of course it was all included. So there was no nickel and diming. And what was Mommy's favorite thing? Because I know the kids loved the water slides too.
I loved the entire experience being on MSC. When AJ said we were going to go on another cruise, I said, oh, hell no. I'm not going on Carnival. He said, well, it's not Carnival.
And that's all I'm going to tell you.
And that's all. And so when we
And
got
me and Brenda
there,
got inside information.
and when we got there and I had the experience, I loved it. I said, I want to go back on MSC.
And then when we planned to go on one,
The pandemic happened.
yes,
So
the
our
world went
next
crazy.
cruise that we're going to talk about next week will be a cruise without the children.
It'll be our very first cruise
But we're
during the
not,
pandemic
during the pandemic.
without the kids. But before we go, we do want to say our deepest, sincere prayers and thoughts with our cruise director at the time, Jean Moy Young,
Has passed away.
has passed away recently.
And we went to...
So, do rest in peace.
Mhm.
We don't know if any of his family or friends would ever see this, but he was amazing. He really did make sure all of the shipboard activities were accessible for us. And
Was that, the elevator wasn't accessible, right?
it was, but we had Renee.
Yeah, every
We
time we
had
went somewhere,
Renee.
we had Renee, so it's like I didn't actually get to check out.
We had Renee or Gloria,
Yeah,
and they pretty much made it their
Guided.
business
to guide us.
to guide us.
And answer any question I had.
Oh yes, they
I had
answered
a
Bryson.
lot of questions.
We had one surprise.
We're not supposed to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So, again, I was trying to say my last thoughts about
Sorry.
Jean Moy Young. Rest in peace. You were a great cruise director, and we really did appreciate everything that you did for us to make it a great experience. So until next week, goodbye everyone.
See you on the seas.
Peace.